So if your Panasonic digital camera is coming up with this error message, which is please turn camera off and then on again, and it's doing it continuously on a loop, and it may also be giving off this grinding noise, then carry on watching, because I'll go through how I eventually fix this. So the first thing I wanted to do was to give it a factory reset. So we'll go through the menu system and we'll reset the camera back to factory defaults, because it could be something very simple. So let's do that now. But yes, you guessed, that error message still existed and the grinding noise was still there. So the next thing to do was to think about the actual barrel, the zoom that zooms in and out, and whether or not there was any debris, something that could have been stuck in there that's causing that grinding noise. What's worked for me in the past with other cameras is when the camera is being powered on and off, to gently push in different directions the barrel, and that can sometimes work something loose inside. Only do it very lightly though, word of caution, if you do it a bit too strongly you can actually damage it and it can actually come off its thread. So very gently in all directions. So to see this error message again was quite disappointing, because I was confident that was going to fix it. It was only by chance, after turning the camera on and off numerous times to try and get rid of this loop, that I noticed a little error message. I can't remember what it was exactly, but it was relating to the steady shot. So I needed to try and get into the steady shot menu to try and switch this off to see if that helps. The problem I had was that none of these menu buttons or any of these buttons at the back were working. The camera only looped, so I needed to try and find a way to kind of kickstart the camera. So I powered on and off the camera, holding various buttons at the back at the same time. I also did the same with the zoom mechanism, the little rotary dial on the top right hand side. What in fact worked in the end was I restarted the camera and then I pulled out the battery and pressed a few buttons, tried to do like a little soft reset, deplete all the energy out of it, and then put the battery back in. And then when I did that, that enabled me to come out of this loop. And what was really interesting was the grinding sound from whichever part of the camera that was coming from, that had stopped. Whatever was causing the error message had disappeared. What I did want to do is just to confirm that there wasn't a fault with the image stabilizer, the steady shot. So I actually turned the steady shot off, restarted the camera, and everything worked perfectly. I tempted fate a little bit by turning the steady shot back on. There's two modes, steady shot 1, steady shot 2, and I tried it in all modes and the camera has now worked perfectly since. So just maybe if your Panasonic Lumix camera is making this grinding noise, it's not necessarily the barrel, it could be just some sort of software glitch somewhere, maybe the steady shot, that's causing that to just get stuck somewhere. Have a little play around like in the video and it may just resolve the problem you have. And please let me know in the comments if this has saved your camera.